Hey guys, in my video today I'm going to be talking to you about the kinetic chain. So the body is looked at as lengths of a big long chain, and each joint is one of those lengths. So there's two different types of exercises you can do. There's closed kinetic chain exercises and open kinetic chain exercises. So an open kinetic chain exercise is when the distal end of the extremity is not fixed to a stable surface, so it's therefore free to move around. So those make really good isolation exercises. An example of an open kinetic chain upper body exercise is a bicep curl. So you would take your weight and flex the elbow just like this. So because the distal end of the extremity is free to move around, it is an open upper body kinetic chain exercise. To make this easier, you could remove the weight and just practice the range of motion. To make it more challenging, add more weight. An example of a lower body open kinetic chain exercise is hip abduction. So by abducting the hip away and back, you're performing an open kinetic chain exercise because the distal end of the extremity is again not fixed to a stable surface. To make it easier, you could decrease your range of motion. To make it harder, increase the range of motion. Alright, now on to the closed kinetic chain exercises. So an upper body closed kinetic chain exercise is going to be something where the distal end of the extremity is against a fixed stable surface. Because the body, you move one part of the chain, one of the lengths moves, the other lengths are therefore affected in a closed exercise. So because one joint is being moved, the other ones move in a predictable pattern. So this is much more of a functional fitness kind of exercise involving more segments of the body. So an upper body example would be a push-up. So come down to the ground, hands are about shoulder width apart, a little wider, come down and back up. To make it easier, drop down to your knees. To make it harder, you could add some weights around your back like a plate or even a person if you were that inclined. A lower body closed circuit exercise example would be a lunge. So in a plyometric lunge, you would start out in a lunging position and jump up. Jump into your lunge, jump up. To make this exercise easier, you could just do a reverse lunge without the plyometric. And to make it harder, you could start in the lunge and jump directly into your next lunge and continue. Because your lower body is pushed against a stable surface, the distal end is on a stable surface, it is a closed kinetic chain exercise. So there's some examples of open and closed kinetic chain exercises. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.